Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, ManojWeb. It's been a while, but I'm finally back. Today, we're gonna go back on our channel content, which is reviewing web tips. In today's video, we'll be reviewing 5 Emmet tips to make your front-end life faster and easier. So today I'll be showing you 5 tricks to make your front-end life faster. So I'm telling you right now, once you learn Emmet, your life is gonna become so much better. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. So, the tips that I'm gonna share with you, the tricks that I'm gonna share with you are one, how to like nesting, how you can nest really easily with Emmet, how you can get multiple elements using multiplication, how you can add attributes while nesting and multiplying, how you can group multiple different sections, and some CSS tricks with Emmet, and then a bonus, which is gonna be the most important one. So stick around the end for that and let's get started. So first we have nesting. Let's say you want to add a UL, right? An order list with like a list item. Instead of typing all that, what you could do, try to do this. Instead of typing that, what you could do is like UL is a direct parent of LI. As you can see, it's already showing a showcase or like preview. I click tab, boom, there you go. Unordered list with the LI tag. You could do many more like this. So you could do a div with a UL with the LI inside, with a UL inside there, with a LI inside, with the A tag, with an image inside, but, and then just click tab and boom, you just write the link and stuff. So nesting is really useful, but it becomes even more useful when you add multiplication to it. So let's say you want to add a UL and you want to add a list item. Dang, I'm forgetting it. A list item, right? But let's say you want more than one list item. You can copy and paste like this, right? Let's say you want like this many. That gets annoying, obviously. Another thing you could do is UL is a direct item of LI plus LI with the sibling selector, which means there's going to be multiple LIs plus LI as many times as you want. Of course, that would also get annoying. So that's why you have the multiplication symbol. So you can do UL, direct parent of LI, times 5. So there's going to be 5 list items. Click tab, boom, you got 5 list items. And you can type anything like this and like this. So multiplication makes things a lot better as well. So you can have a div with, let's say, div with 2 ULs, div with UL with LI times 5, and then you can go up the selector with this up mark and then do a UL with LI times 5. So that would give you 2 ULs with 5 list items within the div. Why did I not do it in the div? Okay, let's do div with a UL. Okay, so there's a problem, it's occurring with the div, right? Let's do div. Yeah, that works. Div UL. Yeah, now it's working. So you can have div UL li times 5 and then go up and then do another UL with li times 5. That will give you a div with 2 unordered lists, each with 5 list items. See how much faster multiplication makes it? Now let's talk about attributes. So once you have the UL and li, let's say you want all of them to have some kind of class, some kind of ID, some kind of data attribute. You don't want to individually type every one of them. So what you can do instead is so let's say you have div with a UL. Let's say you wanted to have a class of list, right? You can just do dot list, like you would do in a CSS selector. You write dot list, that would give it a class of list, as you can see in the preview, and you can give it, let's say, 5 list items, each with a class of item. So you do li.item times 5, 5 of those. Click tab, boom. You could do, let's say, you can do as many as you want. You can do div with container, right? With a div dot row inside, with a div dot column inside, right? And then you could also add IDs. So div, let's make container an ID, div container with a hashtag, which is like how you would do in a CSS selector, with a div dot row with div dot column. Then you have ID of container, and then you could also add like other attributes. You do brackets in the attribute name. Let's say I want the div to have a data sign equals plus. I do this, it already has a data sign of plus. Let's say I have a tag, which I want the source to equal youtube.com. It's the same problem as before. So I do this. I have a with the source equals youtube.com. Boom. That makes things a lot faster as well. Attributes, so you don't have to individually type them. And now grouping. So you might remember I showed this selector which allows you to move up. Another way you could do that is like, let's say you have a div with a UL and with two ULs, each with list items of 5. So you could do UL with list item times 5 plus UL. You're putting these in parentheses to group them. UL plus, not plus, li times 5. That would give you the same result. Another way you could do this is obviously you could do, let's see, UL times 2 each with li times 5. That would also do the same thing, but you can probably see how this grouping can be useful in some cases where you have multiple things, like you have a div with a, let's say, UL with L5 list items plus a div with another UL plus a paragraph, let's say, right? So you could use that grouping for these kinds of things. So that's one thing for grouping. Now let's move on to CSS tricks. Emmet can also help you with CSS. So what you can do is, let's say I want to add a font family. I do F, add F, boom, I get a font face. So I can fill that in. And let's say I want to target a paragraph and I want to give it a background. I do BG. It automatically allows me to type any background, right? Let's say I want to have a border. I can add a border. I just write BD. Let's say I want to give it opacity, OP, write opacity. If I give it a position of fixed, pose F. If I do position of A, position absolute. If I do position of R, position relative. See, there's a lot of these tricks, and obviously I don't remember them from the top of my head. There is a cheat sheet online which I'll link to in the description, and I'll show it right after the tips, right after the bonus tip, which has all of these listed for CSS, HTML, and I think XMS or something, which you can check out yourself. And I'll put the link in the description. So those are CSS tricks. Now let's move on to the most important trick. I keep forgetting that. Let's move on to the most important trick. I know as web developers, the one thing that all of us have in common is we don't know what goes in the link tag. Whenever I start a project, this is the thing that I forget most often. What do I add in the link tag? Do I add source? Do I add rel? And what is rel equal? I never remember it. What you can do is link colon CSS and it'll fill it out for you. I use this trick all the time. No joke though. I use this trick all the time. So Emmet can make life so much easier. You can nest stuff, you can have multiple of those, you can add different attributes, you can group stuff, it can even help you with CSS. It can make your life so much faster. It has helped me so much, like I can't even describe how much it has helped me. So I'm sure this can help you a lot if you try practicing with it a bit, or like try to incorporate it into your daily front end life. So that's Emmet. If you want to download Emmet, there's an online, you can download it online, or if you have VS Code, it automatically installs in VS Code, I'm pretty sure, and codepen.io also has it installed. So I'm doing it on CodePen. So you can do anything with Emmet. Now I'll show you the cheat sheet which has everything that you could possibly use. So here's the cheat sheet for Emmet. You can see all the syntax for child element, sibling element, climbing up, grouping, multiplication, item numbering. Yes, you can number as well. So you can do ul li.item, dollar asterisk, I think, 5. So this will number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is actually pretty cool. You can do that with anything. And then you can have custom attributes. You can have ID in class, text. Yeah, you can add text by adding curly brackets and then adding the text within. implicit tag names, and then it just shows a lot of HTML tricks. Like you can just write text area and automatically create it for you. You can do command, you can do link RSS, create RSS.xml link, and like I said, link CSS, that will create a CSS link tag. And then after, at the bottom, you have CSS, a lot of different placeholders for CSS that you can use. And then all the way at the end, I believe, I'll find it, is XSL, which honestly I don't really know about, but you can use it for XSL as well if you want to know about it. The link is docs.emmet.io cheat sheet. And yeah, if you just search up Emmet cheat sheet, you'll also find this. And I'll also link this in the description. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something that can help you improve your front end life. And just make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it with your friends so they can learn more about Emmet as well. I'll continue posting from next week onwards, but it'll be a bit harder, especially because of AP exams coming up for me. But I'll still try to post. And that's it. See you next